Alrighty, hey everyone, I hope you guys have all been having a great day. Bitcoin continues to take off, and today I actually have a cigar to smoke with you guys before Thursday Night Football starts off. This will be about an hour stream today. We're going to be talking about some of the news because we did see some big moves happening today across crypto, and those moves kind of went along towards the stock market as well. Take a look at a portfolio, which happens to be doing very, very well, and then just going over some of the news and stuff like that. I made a new tutorial, and it'll be out in a little bit, but I want to talk about that as well. Still haven't gotten any treats for Loki. I need to go run and grab some. Basically, he's been getting treats, but they like chopped pieces of steak. So I can't have those on my table and touch them and then type and stuff like that. But he has been getting treats. They're just really elegant treats that have potential to make my keyboard nasty. So I'll let you guys see Loki before I light the cigar. Loki, come here. Oh, you such a good boy. Oh, yeah, such a good boy. Yeah? Oh, look at that. Oh, you can't see him, but he's happy. Oh yeah. Oh. I don't know if you guys can see him yet. He's hiding off screen. So, thanks for joining in, everybody. I'm gonna keep on petting Loki here as the day goes on. I'm gonna open up this cigar. This is a little bit of this is a CAO cigar. I think it's only like $9-10. It's a really good one. It looks like this, little green. I think it's Cameroon wrapper, anniversary edition, I guess it is, but it's still not an expensive cigar. So what I'm going to do, because I don't have my cutter here, at least the one that I like, which is my V-cut, I'm actually going to use the punch cut from the bottom of this lighter right here, which can be pretty good if I can pull it open. There you go. Pop it out. Punch a hole into the cigar. There we go. Pull it up. Close it back down. Take that little nub out and put it into my ashtray, which is not by me. That's interesting. I will use an old coffee cup then. That'll be perfectly fine for me. Yep, there we go. And we can light this bad boy and we can get started. One quick thing here. Let me double check to make sure everything's working on my end. And let's go. There we go. All right, let's light this bad boy up, and then we're just going to start off with some CNBC news here, then really go into a deep dive of Bitcoin technicals, because we're good, we're not great. We're good, we're not great, and that means a lot here over the next few days. So, there we go. Nice little torch. And there we go. All right. Nice little Cameroon cigar. Let's move over here. Kind of talk about what's going on. So as far as the stock market was concerned today, everything went higher. And in fact, we went to all-time highs in a few different indexes. And we'll look at those charts after Bitcoins. The shutdown is still going on. Trump is touting a shutdown as an unprecedented opportunity to cut more democratic priorities. He hasn't really done it yet, so I'm not entirely sure if he really will. But there's a chance that he may do it. Bessent says that the United States GDP could take a hit. That would lead to more cuts for 2026, which would actually help us. But kind of flows into the next part of this, says the government shutdown is likely to cement additional Fed interest rate cuts. This is such a crazy thing that's happening right now. I don't know why they're doing it, but some crazy stuff. And minor news, Elon is doing some stuff that's anti-Netflix. I don't really care. But what I do care about here, if I can scroll down far enough, it'll update. There we go. Coinbase and Robinhood here have been having some really great days because Bitcoin has been having some really great days, and that's something that I'm super excited about. Hey, Jamrock, happy to see you. I got good news for you in a second here. And on the downside, we have things like Tesla, Corp, AES, and stuff like that. But the big news here is crypto is moving up all the stocks. So if you guys own stocks that are related to cryptocurrency, they seem to be doing well. Coinbase is up 7.5% today. And you got stuff like MicroStrategy up 4% and PayPal up 3.5%. One of the reasons that you're actually seeing Coinbase go up so much is because they're really ramping up a bunch of stuff with stablecoins. And when it comes to stablecoins, there's a conference. There you go. There's a conference right now called Token 2049 out in Singapore. And this one is basically a big Bitcoin conference, but for Asia, basically. And you're seeing a lot of news breaking over here, and Coinbase is a large part of that news. A lot of money moving. You can see there's a lot of fun stuff happening over here, and the news that's happening is very good for Coinbase. It's very good for crypto and a bunch of the other stuff, right? So I'm super excited to see what we can do with all of that. Now, as far as the overall market's concerned, you can see a bunch of green on my screen right now. Stable coins, of course, are red, but who cares about stable coins, right? Bitcoin up, Ethereum up, XRP up, BNB's up, Solana's up. Dogecoin is number 8 right now, right? Still a long way to go to beat USDC, but you're seeing Dogecoin is up 6%. It's making a comeback after having an abysmal last few weeks. We are seeing a little bit more of a move. And again, we'll look at the charts and stuff like that. Tron up only a little bit, like 0.37% looks like. Everything else working out very well. The big mover of the day, check this out, ETH5 right there, PancakeSwap also having a good day. On the other side, MYX Finance is completely crashing, and that's because it rocketed to the moon. Of course it's going to crash. This is not something to be dismayed about. You may be able to buy some at levels over the next few days if it continues to dip. 00, I don't know much about this token, but it seems to be going down pretty consistently. Seems like it's a newer token though. And Meme Core is down a little bit here today with Plasma. Again, both Meme Core over here having a pretty good last 30 days, that's fine. And Plasma over the last 90 days still up 400%. So they've ran up and now they're just continuing to come down. So how are our portfolios doing? Our portfolio is up 4.5%, excuse me, 4.15% right now. And hey, GG, happy to see you. Our portfolio is up 4.15% today, so now we're back up above 34% for the profits of holding for the past few months. You can see over the last 24 hours how we've started to see some money flow in here. Crow all of a sudden is back above 140 something percent. Last 7 days really grinding, and we're not up to the highs we saw back in mid-September, but we're coming back here, and that's a very good, nice thing to see, I would say overall. Last 90 days, you can see how volatile this has all been. Fartcoin Mania is up 7%, but still we're down quite a bit. You can see since we opened this position, it's been kind of down, up, down. That's altcoins in a nutshell, but we're holding for an altcoin season. As far as the high risk portfolio, this one is up around 4%, 5% as well. And this one has been pretty normal, I guess, since we started buying into it. This thing has been not as volatile as the crypto safe one, which is kind of hilarious. Like how volatile all that has been. You haven't seen that with the high risk one. The high risk has just been coming down gradually here, waiting for a larger move up, and maybe we're going to have that move up in the future. Okay, so not really much news from Cointelegraph. I just like to pop it up every now and again to see if there was anything, and I just don't see it. This website really doesn't have a lot here. Crypto news, nothing really there. Talked about 2049. So I've made a new trading strategy for you guys. It's for members only right now because part of the thing that they get by being members is they get access to watch this video earlier. And for those of you guys that want to watch it, I think you guys are going to be able to watch this on Saturday here. And normally there's going to be a week, but I need to build that backlog back up. This strategy right here, for those of you guys that want to learn more about it, this one is basically a better version of the super trend indicator strategy, but it tells you when to sell. So it's not just when to buy, it's exactly when to sell or when to scale out, depending on your type of trading strategies. And it has a full, how would I want to call this? A full back testing that I did from basically from like 2017, 2018 till about 2022, 2023. And you can see how it's worked over the past few years, which is very good because it is very, very successful. And if you guys like to trade and you guys like to catch those momentum moves, that's going to be one where I think you guys can make some really good money. And when I start copy trading here the next week or so, basically I'm still setting up stuff. I didn't know I need to make fresh accounts and things. Once that happens, that's all I'm going to be doing. It may be one trade a month, whatever, but that trade is going to be freaking amazing. Okay, now let's get rid of all this other stuff here. I don't care much about it. When it comes to Bitcoin now, as far as we've been concerned over the last few weeks, it just hasn't been performing as well as we want it to be. But all of a sudden, over the last few days, we've really started to see a massive breakout. Bitcoin touched, I believe, $121,000 today. It went to $121,022 today, and it actually went up a little bit higher than that too. Right now, you're seeing Bitcoin basically run up against another old level of resistance. So we say resistance, 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 and a resistance over here. It's trying to break out above that. It may not happen today. It may happen tomorrow, and tomorrow starts in 50 minutes. So it could happen fairly soon. I would just say be very careful. Typically, I'm not the type of guy that wants to buy at a massive level of resistance. It's just not what I do. So and this is what we talked about the last few days. If you wanted a dollar cost average, you could start over here or wait to see if we go a little bit lower. But it just depended on how much crypto you wanted to buy. Like for me, I didn't buy as much crypto as I wanted to because I thought we were going to go down lower. But I've already had bags for a minute, so I'm not going to be in that much of a dire straits. Oh, hold on. Got my music playing loud on over here. But yeah, so you're seeing Bitcoin run up against that level of resistance. A few minutes ago, we were breaking back above it. If I were to go over here to the 15-minute chart, you can see basically we're breaking above that level. And maybe what I should do is actually go over here to the 4-hour chart. No, I think we'll be fine. You might even make some type of order block off of all this and just... Let me just go with this. This will make it easier for my eyes to see it. There you go. Now you can see what I'm looking at. But you can see Bitcoin's going to try to make this move. I would suspect over the next day or so, we are going to have a pullback here. We're going to consolidate a little bit more, and then going longer into the this weekend or next week, that's when we're going to have a push to try to reach all-time highs. I'm still a little bit skeptical, as I've said before, just because of the weekly charts not being there. But, you know, we've often had boosts that take us higher like this before we start to see those MACDs completely turn around. This one over here, all right? So maybe we're just in a big move like that. We have to have a couple more weeks of consolidation, but we're on pace to have a larger move. And you can see right now, it may be kind of choppy. I'll give it some time to see what's going to happen there. But, you know, you can already tell our portfolio is doing pretty well so far. Overall, portfolio is doing pretty good. All right. Now, what's interesting about all this, like we talked about yesterday, let's go over to the daily chart. Bitcoin's doing great, close to all-time highs. Let's just go down the list here and see what's happening. Ethereum is still fine. Solana's still fine. Solana has made a quick comeback. Those moving averages don't play, but this doesn't have the same moving average moves as Bitcoin does. As you can see over here, there's some weirdness. But still, good. Dogecoin making a comeback. Melania, meh. Trump, meh. Whiff, Bonk, Miro, things like that. You know, we're seeing some decent moves, but a lot of them aren't nearly anywhere close to the highs they were at. Even Ape Token over here, was this a high? Yeah. It's still down around 28%. And of course, yeah, it's still far away from all that stuff. XRP is still good at least. Fetch, Fetch is at a pretty decent buying opportunity if you guys want to take it right now. Maybe I'll buy some spot there. That could work out. One of the things you guys are going to realize here over the next few weeks and months, as things start to keep like moving fast, just be more aware of what's happening in the market. What's interesting, like I keep on saying the same things over and over. I'm tired, guys. Sorry. What's been so fascinating over the last couple days has been this really started off with the Token 2049 conference kind of kicking off, but more important than that, the shutdown with our government that is still ongoing. Every now and again, I go over to X and I try to find out, is the shutdown over? Is there any news on the shutdown? And I'm not seeing anything. Dan's mean jihad. Like, what the heck does jihad mean? So like Project 2025, I don't care about that. I was like government. Oh, I'm all caps. Government shutdown. Government shutdown expected to last into next week as White House warns of mass firings. Time since shutdown, like the countdown. Low-income mothers and young children could lose food assistance within 2 weeks due to shutdown. Yeah, it's talking about WIC. I was fucking raised on WIC because I had a poor family. WIC is some life-saving shit. I don't know why they're shutting down the government for this shit. WIC is some great stuff. Like literally, like there's only certain things that were WIC approved. I remember WIC. the EBT card, the whole shebang bang. Trump cautions it's a two-way street as he accuses Democrats of dangerous rhetoric. Let's see. So when they want to start finding people, who do they want to go for? They don't say, but they're going to be more Democratic ones, which, again, that's not good for Democrats. This is going to... I just don't think the Republicans have to do anything in order to get Democrats to eventually vote on it, because they're the ones passing the clean CR. Usually the ones who shut down the government feel the pain. And right now, Democrats are shutting down all those, the WIC programs, the suicide prevention programs, stuff like that, which is so freaking weird. Because I would have thought they would have just passed the continuing resolution and they would have picked a fight when it came to the big budget at the end of the year when they have to vote on everything. That would have been the time to do the vote. Now they're just, I don't see the point of it right now. It's a timing issue. And also, I don't think they've really understood how to sell their reasoning for why they're shutting down the government to the American people. I don't think it makes sense. So that's why I'm so curious about why it's happening. Do you think AI will change the way we trade in the market? Oh, heck yeah. Yeah. It'll give us a whole bunch of patterns and it'll be able to analyze so much more data. And then when you start to ask it more detailed questions and you start to calibrate with it and stuff like that, what you'll be able to do is fine tune all of your indicators and settings. So maybe instead of using the 20, 50, 200, it wants you to use the 25, 45, and 180, something like that. You know what I mean? So like there's different ways of doing it, but you could have each indicator, each grouping of indicators specifically designed by AI to work just with the chart you're given. All right. So you will only use those set of indicators with those specific settings in those indicators on Google, but you can't use it with Apple, but you can only use it with Google. You can't use it on Tesla, Microsoft, anything, only Google. That's where we're going to start to see some crazy stuff. And that's how I make my strategies. I fine tune my strategies with the help of AI, trying to figure out what number would be good here. Hey, this number is not really working out. Am I like way too low? Am I just getting closer? What's happening? And then I bump it up to where it says, I'm like, oh, this is too high. Let me go back down a little bit. And I kind of fine tune like that. So it'll help people out a lot, but it also help people create their own trading strategies, right? I'm sure people are going to make AI trading strategies. They're going to pawn them off and sell it and stuff like that. But maybe one of these days, I'll just teach people how to make it their own strategy. It just really depends because it's not an easy process. It takes a long time to make a strategy. Because for me, I'm using most of my strategies on Bitcoin, right? Because if I know Bitcoin's going the direction, I can trade altcoins along with it. But what's bad is Bitcoin is more volatile. So it's just a little bit more difficult for AI to kind of understand what's happening, which means more time on my part, which again, I'm willing to do it because it does make me money. And I'm going to start doing some copy trading here down the road. And I want to be able to have a system where I can say, hey, this system is the one I'm trading on this one. If you guys don't want to do it yourself, you guys can come to watch me, whatever, do it, copy me, do it, and just do the same system over and over again. And at one point, you're like, man, why am I paying Michael 10% of my profits to do my trading for me? I want to do it myself. You will have the resources to do it by yourself, right? At home. It just depends on, are you at the computer at that time in order to make that trade, right? Are you at work? Are you on the road or something like that? Your dentist appointment. That's the give and take. You tired, boss? Everybody's tired, Chris. Right now, it seems like it's probably going to kick off sometime in November, but Bitcoin should reach all-time highs sometime in the next 3 weeks. Preferably, I would say most likely not this week, but probably next week, the last 2 weeks of October. Excuse me. Yeah. And I don't know the price prediction for Ponk. I'm not good at price predictions. Most of the time, I start selling my assets after they start to explode, and I'm like, damn, they're kind of high. I'll scale out 10%, I'll scale out 40%, I'll scale out 10% again, another 20%, whatever. I scale out as they go parabolic. So like in the moment, I'm always going to be scaling out a lot faster than everybody else. In hindsight, it usually works out when I do it that way, though. I don't have the same greed as people, so I'm not looking for the tippy top. I just know that something like a Ponk will start to go much higher. When it starts to go much higher, I will start to sell vast quantities of my Ponk. And although I may be 10, 20, 30, 40% away from all-time highs at the end of the day, I still have been holding long enough where I can make a good profit off of it, and I'm happy with that profit. Because give it a few weeks after, give it a few months after altcoin season's over, oh my God, all the altcoins are just going to be bleeding like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% down in major spikes. And it's just like nothing is safe from it, right? You remember back over here in 2022? Oh, this is the daily chart. I need the weekly chart. You see how fast this stuff went down? 1 week, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 weeks of straight downward moves. And in 11 weeks, we saw Ethereum come down 75%. You could even say in 4 weeks, we saw it come down 30%. You know what I mean? I'm okay buying it over here, here, and I'm okay starting to sell it over here. So my average sold is somewhere right there. Not even close to the tips. It went to almost like 4,500. I sold it for an average of like 3,000, right? An average. So I sold some up here, but I sold a lot down here as well. But look how far it fell down. Look where I bought it. I'm fine. I'm happy, you know? That's the way I view the market. I'm not, but again, I do that because I've never really been great at finding out where the all-time highs are going to be for Ethereum and other types of assets out there. So for this circumstance right here, we're seeing Ethereum break out. It's holding up against support, which is pretty nice, and maybe we'll continue to go higher. That's the goal. But, you know, you go back over here to trend-based Fibonacci extensions. Right, that one worked out okay back in 2021. I was surprised it worked out okay, but it did. You go over here, you took it back off the fib levels. Oh, it doesn't matter that much. What? It worked out okay, but I was going off of the Bitcoin ones and not necessarily these ones. When I see Bitcoin getting to some high levels, you know, but again, it did okay. Let's say you sold out here. Yeah, you're still pretty happy. But again, if I sold over here, I'm still really happy because I bought all down here. There's a difference between these types of tokens and the Ponks and the stuff of the world. Like, let's go over to something like a Mood Dang or something, you know, a lot more volatile, a lot more crazy. These types of tokens are a little bit more difficult to trade with. But again, when they start to have those larger breakouts, that's where all the fun really kicks off. We've already broken out this month, so I mean that's already a good move here. Are we going to be able to surge by the end of the month and break out? Because then by then we're probably going to head up towards $140,000 or so. That would be exciting, wouldn't it? And hey, Michael, do you see alt and meme coin season going as high as 2021? I mean, there'll be a lot of tokens that hit all-time highs. I don't know if we're going to see the exact same altcoin season that we saw. I think what's going to happen more this time is we're going to see a lot bigger, a lot larger example of different sectors kicking off. Back in 2021, we had this sector go off, and this sector go off, this sector go off. I think we're going to see something similar, but it's going to be much quicker. So this sector is going to go boom for like just a week instead of like 3-4, like instead of like a couple months, it'll go boom for like maybe 2 to 3 weeks, boom, and then crash back down. Then that for the AI trade dies, and then we go over to the metaverse trade, and boom, that goes up. And then we go to the finance trade, boom, that goes up. And then we go to the business trade, boom, that goes up. Then we go to the infrastructure, boom, that goes up. And it's going to be a lot of like whack-a-moles because we already have a diversified portfolio across most of those different types of areas. So when they pop up, we have to know to sell that, but we're not going to be selling the other stuff because overall Bitcoin during that time will still be going higher and higher and higher. If I go over here to, I think it's called CoinSlate. I think that's the proper name of this. Oh, CryptoSlate. Here. If you go to coins, you go down here to sectors, right? You see how it has percentages for each sector. Now, this isn't the cleanest breakdown of sectors, but Binance Alpha, business services, cat themed, right? So cat themed, right? Right now they're doing pretty good. Toshi's doing some good stuff. Mog is doing some great stuff. Whatever. Doing okay. Content creation ones, the Sandbox, Atom. Like, I wouldn't call the Sandbox like sand, a content creation. I would call it maybe a metaverse one or a gaming one, whatever. There's generative AI ones. No, thank you. There's meme coins. Those are doing pretty well today. Dogecoin leading the pack, of course. Debit cards, Chainlink, Euclid, right? exchanges, BNB, Leo. You know what I mean? So like really crazy moves there. I don't know. This is where I need to buy more of these. You can see the last 30 days. I mean, you know, there's some good stuff in here. Now you got to be careful of what exchanges you go to because you're starting to see the market caps for these suckers. See how they got, you know. But you stick around here, like let's say over $100,000. You're not terrible right there. This doesn't have all of them though, which is interesting. Like you guys know, I have. Do I have weeks? I just created a new account with weeks today for not paper trading, copy trading. No, get out of here. Get out of here. Weeks invited me to like a really exclusive whale event, and I'm not even over in fucking Singapore. I'm so mad. I love Weeks. They're like their workforce that I know. They're just so awesome. My manager Thomas, great guy. Next time. So this is the Weeks token. Remember, I talked about this. Talked about how I kept on buying more and more and more of it. Well, I bought it when it crashed last week. Right, it went down for a few days. Right, bought some more down here. It's actually, I bought some more kind of like imagine an order block over here, went down below that, but bought some over here, going back up. Just a wonderful move right there, a really wonderful move. So it just depends on what you're buying, when you're buying. In fact, I should probably buy more of that shit right now. Let me see. Clear. Oh, okay. What am I looking at here? I want to make sure this is working out. And it's still not at all-time highs. Let's see. There you go. Just buy a little bit more, nothing crazy. Push that back over here. And just because I buy it, that does not mean you guys have to buy it. I just like talking about exchange tokens because they've generally been performing pretty well for me. But as you can see, there's just not many of them out there. There's not many of them. And I don't have most of these anyway. Loop ring. Let's see. What is this one? A month chart. See what I mean? Like it went parabolic and it crashed back down. Always check out the charts and stuff like that. All right. Hey, really happy to see you, my man. I'm coming to your city to smoke with you. What do you call? Hit me up if you're ever in around the area. I'm always at the same freaking place. I go to this place called the Thunderbird Lounge to smoke cigars. I got lots of friends there. It's all just a great time. I go to other places, I guess, as well, even up to Seattle. But yeah, I'm usually an open book for anybody around town. I've met Verlad a couple times. He's a chill guy. I met a couple of you guys in Vegas during the Bitcoin conference. I got a couple pictures with some of you guys that I still enjoy. But yeah, so yeah, I'm always around. Hit me up on Discord or Telegram or something like that. If you guys, I don't even know if I have my Telegram link still on the videos that I do, but if I don't, I'll re-add it and things like that. I'm seeing them release DEX plays on Coinbase. I believe it's to get people confused. Yeah, it probably is, yeah. You can't even buy these coins unless you understand this DEX. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think a lot of people should deal with DEXs unless they're like they've had some type of educational side of it, right? It's not something that I'd say go out and use a DEX, right? How high do you think MogCoin will go? Not many people talking about it. YouTube, very interesting. So I have friends that helped build Mog, so I've been holding it for a minute. This has been a volatile ride, but it's been working out so far. I hate bringing it up on TradingView because of the nasty, like how small the number is. It's like negative E, so it's like point 0.000008346E, right? Or no E if you're taking all those zeros in there. Whatever. Something interesting here that I've been looking forward to is to actually add this on. Some of those lows and highs that we've been looking at before. I actually think this will probably do an okay job. Let me actually pull this back a little bit. No, so it's been overshooting those last ones. Okay, just the last ones. Okay. Is this one performing better or something? No? Oh, okay. It worked for 2 months. That last one didn't really kick off as much as I want to. I'm expecting it to get up to here. At least that's what me and my friends have talked about. It can still make another big move. Oh, sorry, not here. Here. Sorry. Because Monk has a much larger market cap, doesn't it? Or did it come down? I haven't looked at MOG in a minute, but I remember talking with some friends back in June about it. Oh no, it's only 300 million market cap now. I could have swore it was much higher. I guess, yeah, back over here was a billion market cap. That's why. Okay, yeah, it was up here. So you can see a pretty good movement where you start to sell off in between this Fibonacci level and over here. That's probably what I'm going to be holding for. On the monthly chart, it'll probably look like something like this. I don't know if we're going to have a larger trend like that on top of it, but I expect it to happen fast, like curl up, big move out of nowhere, then boom, we start to crash back down. All right. So I'd probably say around that mark of here, 0.9126 up here to 0.2593. I would aim for the bottom half of this gap in here though. Again, I am not great at these types of things. I've never been good at these types of things. It's always been more of a vibe, like, oh, I've made some good money, I should sell off a few percent today, I'll sell off a few percent tomorrow. That type of stuff. It's never been, oh, I'm hoping for a target. When I hope for a target, it never works. Just, yeah, I suck at it. I just say that, I just suck at it. It's not that there's probably somebody out there that really does a lot of technical analysis on like how high things can get. But when I've seen their videos, they've never been accurate. Not once, you know. They may have a range, and that's all I can do is give you a range, because that's what I prefer. Let me see back over here very fast. Because we got some stuff moving up, like Miro's up 5%. Miro is one of those things I'm still holding a bag. That's basically my average right there. Maybe I should dollar cost average and bring it back down to like 3 at least. That may help me out a little bit. But I don't like the fact that it broke down from here. Sure, it'll probably bounce back up. Momentum is still good, right? But I don't like the fact that it broke down like that. It spooks me a little bit, so I don't even want to add too much more money. Get rid of that very fast. BNB is still going higher here. I mean, this thing, we gotta go to the monthly chart to kind of appreciate how crazy Binance has been. Sure, it had some hiccups when the government went after it, but it's still been like, fuck up. You know, we don't need America in order to make money. Let's see. Anything else moving up quite a bit? I'm just trying to see how the monthly charts for a lot of these tokens have been looking. Let me go to the lower ones on the bottom. RNDR. Crow still picking back up. Moodang. Matic. I'm still hoping Matic can have a large move. I pray it's going to have it. It's like my biggest bag as far as like a lot of capital being lost to it. Tron still doing fine. Cospa still doing fine. Consolidating before hopefully a breakout. Ocean. Oh, God. Ocean just never really performed well today. Where's the other one? Turbo. How's Turbo doing? Turbo is still fine. I remember I hold a bunch of Turbo. I got lucky with this one, and I was hoping it was going to go higher, but it kind of like stalled out. So be it, right? This whole market has been about stalling out. Ocean has given up. What happened to Fetch? Fetch is still going okay. Buying opportunity for people out there right now. The fibs are a little off, which kind of annoys me, but I guess that's what we have to deal with. Could be a good buying opportunity for Fetch. Maybe I'll do a long on Fetch. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. This is a monthly chart. Yeah, Fetch can go back up towards 93 cents. That might actually be bad, not bad. NMR is something that I've liked. It's been going up a little bit more. I don't know. I sold a decent amount of this already, though. Maybe I should buy back in a little bit more. I think I sold like 60% of my position, so it's quite more, maybe more than I wanted to. But this thing, I was very concerned with this thing about how low it had gone. I was like, it popped. I should probably scale out some right now to be safe. And you can still see me doing that months later. FA is something I've been buying into. I'll buy some more of this. it usually hits support and it bounces back up out of nowhere for a month or two. That could be worth it. These are just AI different tokens I'm looking at right now. Yeah, that might be worth it instead of going back into NMR. Might be worth it to just go into FA. My last trade with FA was all the way back over here in November. I bought it back like last October, but I only bought it spot, so I had no leverage. So it went really high. You know, you buy it over here and it went up to like, what, 40%? But like, can you imagine if I just had a 2x or 3x leverage packed on that bad boy? Oh, would have been great. But alas, I was too cheap for the fees. Too cheap for the fees. I got Dragon Quest 11 for 50% off at Steam. Oh wow. What do you call? I've been trying to curb my spending a little bit, but I've been doing a really bad job of it. I bought myself some clothes, and the clothes were fucking expensive as hell. My next big expense, I had ChatGPT today. Let me see if I can pull this up right here. Let's see. Where's it at? Hold on a second. This screen is a different color than the other one, so you might see me move stuff across to just like have a better viewpoint of it. Crypto breakthroughs. I was looking for news. Oh, yeah, here it is. Month-long tea blend. And this is my fasting viral crypto strategies, 15 hooks and slow down speaking tips because I talk too fast. I'm working on it. Not great, but I'm working on it. So I'm trying to come up with different types of tea that I can have a guy in Tacoma custom make for me, like a tea shop's customly make for me, and I want to make a few different ones. I'm sipping on tea right now. It's just so hot that I can't drink it, but it has a bunch of stuff and it helps me during my fasts. And when I'm eating normally, it just cuts down inflammation, all a bunch of cool stuff, which I like. But it's all natural stuff, right? It's not like voodoo, like scam stuff. It's like, oh yeah, this type of tea does this. This type of tea does this. It says don't have licorice or something in it because that can raise your blood pressure. So I'm like, okay, cut that out, right? It's a milk thistle seed, which milk thistle, like here, watch this. What does milk thistle seed do for me, right? Liver support and detox the active compound silymarin helps protect liver cells from toxins, alcohol, processed foods, pollutants, supports liver regeneration and overall detox pathways, right? And blood sugar and cholesterol regulation, long-term use. I'll have to drink this for a minute. Again, cool stuff, right? It doesn't add flavor, which is even better for me. But I like it. And I'm looking to make my own custom teas that I think will be doing some great stuff for me. Hold on a second. My WXT trade was successful. Damn, that took a minute. People must be buying the shit of that stuff. Or my signal's bad. Probably my signal's bad. Let me go back over here very fast. Yeah, all right. Oh, that's what I wanted to check out. I had made a post on Reddit about this. I need to log in on my old Reddit account. I had to make a new one in order to make the post. Let me see. I haven't. There you go. Okay. Let's get out of. I'm gonna have to buy FA though. I'll buy more. There we go. Look how close Bitcoin is to just making a new local high here for the day, which would make all of our lives a lot more fun. Bagless. I don't know what bagless tea. Oh yeah. So bagless, yeah. Like in here, it's literally a bunch of leaves, but if you let it sit for a while, you can see all the steam coming off of that sucker. Maybe. Oh, that's just the smoke. You guys can kind of see the steam. Whatever. There's no bags. So there's a bunch of leaves on the bottom of this. So if I were to like drink the rest of the tea like this, I would start choking on leaves and a bunch of other shit. This tea that I made today, it's not the one that isn't here. This one, I have a, hold on. I have a tea that I just made with African chai. And I like loose leaf teas because I don't use sugar with my tea because I'm trying to lose weight, not have extra sugars and shit in my system, help my insulin and all those crazy things, like natural insulin levels, which I don't have diabetes. But if I kept on eating the way I was, I probably would have diabetes, right? African chai, mint with green tea. So I'm like putting 2 different types of tea leaves in the thing, right? With green tea leaves and lemon, ginger, green tea. What is that doing to my body? That's how weird as that sounds, right? So African chai, spices like ginger, cinnamon, and clove improve blood flow and help keep you alert. Cinnamon and rubies, if included, can help regulate glucose, sugar. Cardamom and clove leaves calm inflammation and may ease stomach discomfort. I'm hungry because I'm fasting. Energy boost at the base is black tea. You get caffeine and theanine, giving you a smoother mental focus. It's like a caffeine without the spike of a caffeine, which I like. Green tea, mild stimulant, metabolism boost, antioxidant, helps fat burning. I got a lot of fat. Yeah, got a lot of fat. Mint, cooling the digestive. I just like the taste of mint. I don't really care about anything else. Eases gas, bloating, cramping, and calming for the gut-brain axis. I don't have any problems with my gut because I haven't eaten since Tuesday, right? So, cool stuff. Lemon, high in vitamin C, supports immunity, whatever. Ginger, anti-inflammatory, whatever. Green tea, again, whatever, right? You basically made yourself a daily energy and digestion and detox tea. Kind of cool. So I have like 20 different types of tea, loose leaf teas upstairs. So what I do is I just experiment like a mad scientist, but I can give my experiments to ChatGPT and see what it tells me, because then it'll say this is something like that, right? And hey, Steve, thank you so much, my man. If you guys can, please make sure to give a like to the channel. It helps out a lot. Steve, I'm doing fantastic. I'm drinking some tea, smoking a cigar. Bitcoin's going back up. Finally, my bags are no longer as baggy as they once were, so that's really good. The portfolios that I made with you guys back in June, they are killing it. Well, one is killing it. The other 2 are not doing great. The safe one, which is meant for you guys because I'm trying to teach you guys to be safe and make a point, that one's up 34%. The single fart coin one is down 40%. That's like the most risky one. And the high risk diversified portfolio is down 10%. So again, not terrible. Good. And then the main portfolio here that I've been owning for a while, that one's up 4% today. So good moves. And you can see like, right, like just really nice, like 90 days, whatever, like 30 days. Yeah. It's been a roller coaster. It's been a roller coaster. Although the performance doesn't really show right here. At least Matic is positive. Unless you look at since I bought it, shit. But yeah, I'm doing great, Steve. Thanks for asking, my man. Hoping that Bitcoin can make another big move here over the next few days. I'm not buying at these levels. I don't like to buy at massive levels of resistance. If we have a breakout and one of my trading signals like kicks off, I will buy, but it's not typically something I like to do. I just did some dollar cost averaging a couple weeks ago when Bitcoin was down. I wish I could have bought more, but I thought Bitcoin was going to go down more, so I kind of messed up myself up there. But overall, I'm happy. Good mood. That sounds cool, man. I might try that, dude. Oh yeah, what do you call it? Loose leaf tea? Great. Like here. So there's a bunch of cool places around where I live to go get tea. One of them is called Mad Hat Tea. Okay, it's not there anymore. They moved. They're like over here now. If I can do layers. It's in a weird little part of town. Is this it? I think this is the sketchy parking lot that I remember going into. Yeah, they're right here now in this little spot. But Mad Hat Tea, let me show you. They have a bunch of stuff from flavored black teas. Like, let's just go through black teas, right? They just have a bunch of stuff. One of my favorites is Zesty Lady. Zesty Lady is one of my favorites. Now, you go over here. You got botanical. Not really anything that I prefer. I don't really like botanical teas. But if you want golden seal root, organic, whatever. All right. Milk thistle leaf organic. That one's actually not that bad. But I don't like these types of teas by themselves. I need them as part of something larger. right? So I'll put botanicals into my overall tea, but it's not going to be the base of a tea. I just can't do it. They also have this thing called pu'er tea, which I think is pretty good. I like the pu'er ginger right here. That's the one I like. Don't even know if they have the... Oh, and I get this one, the Old Madam. This one is my favorite besides the other one. This is the one I actually have in this tea thing right now. Not a lot of it, but it's a little bit. No, not in this one. Actually, I didn't put any in there. And they got this one called Blends for Deliciousness. Now, what is that? Flavored honeybush remedies. Distills tea beverage for liver health. Like, these aren't going to change your life type of teas, but they taste good. That you do notice a little bit better performance. It's not life-changing performance. I don't want to make you seem like tea is going to change your life or something, but it's really good. But the one that will change my life, it's not in the way like it's making me all good and stuff. It's called My Throat Hurts Now It's Better or something. What was it? More cowbells. It was on the main page here a second. Oh, there's another page. Aha. My throat hurts. Yeah. This one right here. It has something ginger, licorice, cayenne. It has cayenne in it, so it has a little burn with some lemon peel. It's amazing. It's one of the few that I'll actually add honey into to kind of soothe a sore throat. Really, really good. They have this one right here that says like cold and cough. It's not nearly as good. It has a bunch more stuff in it. Not as good. Not as good as far as I'm concerned. You go to that one, they can mix teas for you. I wish they had he just has a massive room full of teas where he can mix teas for you. And then if you really want to go get some like high quality tea, the other one's high quality. I'm not gonna say it's not, but it's like blue collar high quality where it's not packaged in that premium way, so to speak. You go over here to Pike Place Market, which is, where's the Pike Place Market? There we go. You go over here and you walk in through the shady alleyways. Oh, it doesn't stop inside the alleyways? Oh, okay. Let me see. Can I go over here? There it is. Yeah. Crazy how I don't know much about places, but I know my tea spots. There you go. Perennial Tea Room. This place, 4.8 out of 5. 4.8 out of 5. Let me stress this. Now, these guys, I like them, but they're kind of annoying to me in certain respects because I'll talk about, oh, I'd like to have some of this type of tea to help me out with my inflammation. They don't think tea does anything for the body, and I think tea does something for the body. I don't think I'm controversial by saying that. Even AI agrees with me. But they never agree with that type of stuff. And I feel like it's because of maybe lawsuit potential in Seattle, and that's why they do it. But they got a lot of cool stuff in here as well, but they're not a place I would go to for custom teas, right? See, loose leaf and bulk, Earl Grey, stuff like that. Very simple types of tea, nothing too complicated. The reason why I go to Mad Hat over this, besides just it's closer, is Mad Hat is like a freaking Mad Hat. Like, he's a crazy guy that runs that spot. He's a crazy mad scientist of teas, right? Oh, not Mad Hatter, Mad Hat Tea. Okay, it's gonna say it's there, but it's really not. Which I feel bad about. They should really get that fixed up because that's how people find them, and they're gonna lose business. And I want them to stay in business. So that's why you see all these random things he has, like white tea, white. I don't know anything about white tea. I think the only one I've had is the white rose. He has one in here called a gink tea or something like that. Is it green tea? Is it gink? Gin matcha, no. Gin matcha is a really good tea right here. Is this it? Is gin matcha what it's called? No, no, that's not it. It's a very good tea though. I like it a lot. It used to be my go-to tea for a long time back during COVID. Is it Sencha? Okay, give me a second. I know this is not crypto related, but crypto is pretty much doing good for right now. We don't need to focus on it. Let me go back over here. There's another tea place in Pike Place Market, and I'm just not remembering what it's called. Golden Age Collectibles. What's it called? No, that's not it. Oh, let's see. Let's go to the main road. It's literally right there. What is that place called? Oh, is that it? Ghost? No, that's whatever. T. Why does it do it like that? Well, whatever. There's a place in here I think it has Gin. No, I think it could be Gin Matcha. I thought it was Gin Matcha. No. No, it's not Gin Matcha. Tea grown in shade, very pricey. Gyokagur. Okay, whatever that is. I knew it started with a G. This thing, I don't know if he still has it anymore. It's kind of hard to find. Some of the best tea I've ever had in my life, but there's rules of steeping it that you have to follow. It is freaking great tea. I need to find this. I'm all getting excited about my tea now. Before I go back to Bitcoin, this tea is crazy. But like here, let's go here. Let's get out of all this stuff. Bitcoin could break out. That's nice. How do you what? Gyokuro, or can't remember, is one of the highest grade Japanese green teas and is very different from standard sencha or matcha. It's shade grown about 20 days before harvest, which makes it sweeter, richer, and more umami heavy. If I don't have sugar in my tea, this is a great thing for it. But you have to drink it by itself because it's so good. Because it builds up L-theanine and chlorophyll while keeping caffeine high, here's what it does for you and exactly what it does. So calm, focused, alertness, whatever, cool. Rich in glutamate, which gives a savory, brothy taste. Okay, this tea is delicate. If you brew it like normal green tea, you'll ruin it with bitterness. It needs low temperature, longer time. Water temperature, 120 degrees to 140. I do the low end of 120. Cooler than almost any other tea. Leaf amount, 5 to 6 grams, about 2 heaping teaspoons per 100 milliliters of water. That's 3.5 ounces. Steeping time, first infusion, 2 to 3 minutes. Second infusion, hotter water, you move it to 150. I do it to 140, and then you go for 30 seconds. Then you that's all you're steeping it for. Third infusion, hotter again. This one is I do go up to 170 for that sucker. And then quick steep for 15 to 20 seconds. So you get it, but you get 3 cups of tea from it, each having a slightly different flavor, each really good all together. But it's incredibly expensive, and it's not out of you guys' price range. I shouldn't tell you that, but compared to most teas, it is it's expensive. Let's see. Can't find it. Well, if one, it'll probably cost you about 50% more than everything else. So it's not like hundreds of percent higher. It's not like that. But it's absolutely fantastic. Sounds good to me on tea. I've been doing arugula and baby spinach and salad. Oh, yeah. I've been making my own salads the last few weeks. They've been great. Only thing is you got to buy everything. Dude, I only have been eating salads the last few weeks. It cost me about $130 a week to pay for salads after all everything's said and done. No, I'd say closer to 100 because the salad dressings I don't really have a lot of salad dressing on my stuff, but like having goat cheese in every single salad, or having feta cheese, or cotija cheese, or whatever that nice fancy Mexican cheese is as well. I don't know, skim cheese, whatever. Having all that cheese on salads It's expensive. Having steaks and shrimp and stuff on salads to kind of like make sure you can keep on eating salads and it'll taste good, that costs money. At least the romaine lettuce is dirt cheap. The shredded carrots are dirt cheap. Avocados are okay. I have a half an avocado for every salad. I have a quarter to a half an onion, a red onion every salad, and I have about a full bell pepper for every salad. It's feels great eating that type of stuff. Cool, I can take the train up and back. Oh yeah, exactly. Going up there, I don't even drive to Seattle no more. You see all the traffic over the past weekends? Ooh, it's been crazy over here, guys. Yeah, that's how you want it. Mad scientist gone. Yeah. Oh God, what do you call it? Mad scientist tea guys are just great. The only thing is the guy has a temper, so you got to be honest. You got to be very nice and good because when he has a temper, he has a temper. But he's never had a temper with me, so I'm good. It's usually the Karen type of people who like, I want this and this and this. Why can't you do this for me? Like he'll do certain things for you, but he has to like you. You know, you have to come in a few times before he goes out of his way to like make you a custom thing right on the spot. Otherwise, if you want him to make something custom, I believe you have to wait like a week or 2 weeks or something like that for him to like get it, make sure he has all the resources, make sure the resources aren't called for and stuff like that, aren't like already spoken for, you know? Because some people like their tea very specific, but that Gin stuff, I'll show you, hold on. I don't know if he actually has this tea. I think I bought it here, or I bought it in Seattle. I don't remember where. Nope, no products. So let's go to perennial. I'm just happy tea places have search bars. Nope, they don't have it either. It's a harder tea to get. I like to buy it like when it's in larger jars and stuff like that, so I can kind of get a good look at it. Great stuff. And all of a sudden, Bitcoin's up $2,000 for the day, up around 1.69%. Solana's up a whopping 5-6%. Solana has been one of my best performers in my main portfolio. While Ethereum has only given me 215%, Solana has given me over 800% returns, which is absolutely insane. Imagine buying Solana back at $26 and you're thinking you bought too early, right? 2022. All right. All of it after 2022. Excuse me. Sorry, it's 2022. And I said, what, $26? Yeah. Imagine buying right here and then being mad that it kept on going down. I could have bought Solana at fucking $8, $8.50. But in the scheme of things, you know, I bought it because you saw that level of support there. I was like, okay, that's kind of where I want to be buying, you know? I don't know. Now look at it. Just look how long this consolidation has been for Solana, just like Ethereum. Look how long they've been just having these nasty consolidations where they've been doing nothing. It's just nasty stuff. Nasty. We'll get better, guys. We'll get better with it, but it's nasty. I don't like consolidation like that. That's why we just have to wait and hold, and we'll see how it goes. Because I've lost other money in other tokens. Like I lost a bunch of money, like $800 in BitTorrent. I was hoping they might do some stuff. I don't even know what happened to BitTorrent. Let me see. All like 2022, right? Hasn't done anything. I mean, it hasn't crashed. It's higher than where it was back over here in 2023, sure. But like, it's one of those things. I told you guys I have a bunch of bags. This is an example of a bag that I got. Oh man, it's gonna be interesting there. What? All right, everybody. I'll see you guys a little bit later. It seems like the chat quieted down because I know we were talking about stuff that wasn't cryptocurrency. My bad. I know. But the NFL kicks off here pretty soon. Do I have a tea infuser bowl? I do have like 7 of those suckers, and even little cartridges are like that big. I can put in like larger containers like this. I've always just kind of liked. So I like strong tea. So when I'm doing something delicate and I need to steep it for a certain amount of time, I will use one of those. When it's just like a bunch of tea that I'm mix matching together Mad Hatter style, I will not be delicate. This thing has been steeping in hot water since like 2:30 and it's still steaming. It's still steaming. So when I get done with this, it's just going to be A little bit more bitter, sure. It smells like ginger, peach, and chai, and heavy on the ginger, and a little bit of lemon in there, it looks like. But my stomach's gonna absorb all that shit and go crazy with it. Tea doesn't upset my stomach, which has always been a very, very good thing. But yeah, I got a lot of infusion balls, man. They're great. Buy them on Amazon. They're dirt cheap. Don't buy them at a tea store because they're so overpriced. So overpriced. But yeah, I want to see this game today. I'm going to be late for it. I don't care because I wanted to talk with you guys. Stream comes first in my mind. San Francisco versus LA Rams. I want them to tie because I'm a Seahawks fan, and the Seahawks have been doing okay so far. Okay. Oh, there you go. Right below the 49ers. Everybody's 3-1 except for the Cardinals. But yeah, see you guys a little bit later, and thank you guys so much for joining. Today's my last stream for a minute, right? I'll be back on Sunday, but I think what I'm going to do is do a member stream on Saturday with you guys, and then do a regular stream on Sunday, but the Sunday stream will be something around midday, not in the evening. It'll be around like noon or something like that when everybody's at church. Maybe even 11 o'clock in the morning, so we can all kind of go and enjoy football afterwards. I have to see.